I'd like to thank the 2010 Dan David Prize Scholarship recipient, and wish you all much success in your research endeavors. We will open the second part of the ceremony with a medley of Israeli songs performed by the Kfar HaYarok High School Choir, conducted by Gali Tel Aviv. Thank you very much, the Kfar Hayarok High School Choir. I now invite Mr. Dan David and our guest, Mr. Gary Kasparov, and Dr. Aviv Segal to the stage to take their places at the head table. Yes, please. מר דן דוד, מר גרי קספרוב, פרופסור דינה תירוש, יושבת ראש הוועדה האקדמית של היחידה לנוער שוחר מדע, גברת שירה שופטי, מנהלת היחידה לנוער שוחר מדע, תלמידים יקרים. אני מתכבדת לפתוח בזאת את טקס הענקת הפרסים לתלמידים שזכו בתחרות Name Your Hero לשנת 2010. Mr. Dan David inaugurated the Name Your Hero competition for high school students 6 years ago. This program is a joint venture of the Dan David Prize, the Dov Lautman Unit for Science-Oriented Youth at Tel Aviv University, and the Ministry of Education of the State of Israel. The students are invited to submit an essay presenting their ideas for candidates, their heroes for the Dan David Prize. This year, we have an honored guest, Mr. Gary Kasparov, world chess champion from 1985 to 2000. Mr. Kasparov was invited to play a simultaneous chess match against 30 players as part of the 2010 Dan David Prize event, which he completed only a few hours ago, I think a few minutes ago, playing against high school students from Tel Aviv University and others, including Mr. Dan David. Mr. Kasparov was one of the heroes celebrated in a winning essay written by one of our students in the Name Your Hero competition. This year, we received about 1,000 essays from students in the 9th to 12th grades. 100 students who presented the most creative and innovative ideas were invited to attend a one-day workshop at the university. In the framework of the workshop, a lecture was given by Professor Gil Markovich, School of Chemistry, Tel Aviv University, on nanotechnology. The students were also instructed as how to optimize the delivery of their ideas in an essay of this kind. Out of the essays received, a review committee selected 35 prize winners. First prize is 10,000 shekels each, second prize is 5,000 shekels each, and third prize is 2,500 shekels each. The proposals conveyed in the winning essays are presented to the Dan David Prize board members for their consideration. The school that excelled in promoting the competition and encouraging participation in it is awarded 20,000 shekels. This sum is earmarked for a specifically approved educational programs. I have the pleasure to invite Mr. Dan David to address the audience. Okay.
As Madar Fisher just said, exactly at 6, 30 of us finished being defeated by Gary Kasparov. Gary Kasparov was not only the world champion between 1985 and 2000. In my personal opinion, he is the best player of all the times. No other name in chess history could measure with what he did in chess. So it's a great honor for us to have him here, and we really thank him for coming. I am an amateur in chess, And really, I was very glad that I resisted 26 moves, and I was not the first to have to leave the boards. No, I was the fifth or the sixth. And I like chess. I like chess. I started playing very young. I played during university. I stopped playing during my first years of hard work when really I had no time. I restarted. It's a very good exercise for the mind. You can be a champion or you can be an amateur, but really I suggest all of you to play chess. As I suggested to my son, who just stood up there, who was champion of the region of Rome at the age of 10, and afterwards abandoned, let's say, regular playing, and even refused to meet Garry Kasparov among the 30s. Shame to you, shame on you. Now, I would like Garry Kasparov to talk to you about chess, and perhaps this example would encourage all of you young high school students to start playing chess. Not like him, that's not an easy task, but perhaps at a much lower level for your own satisfaction. Garry Kasparov, please.
Good evening, and I'm flattered. I'm always afraid to hear stories about my personal records because it's often being exaggerated. And I'm afraid to learn more about my own biography. Mr. Dan David was very generous in presenting me and talking about my chess career. I'm not sure that I have to sell you the game of chess here today. It's a great game. It's a great game for anyone who knows how to move the pieces. It is the unique game which survived centuries and centuries, and we can't even trace exactly the beginning of its history. There are many different versions, but it's an interesting game which reflects certain trends in the society because, as you probably know, chess is played in different forms in different countries and cultures. What we play here and the game that I was asked to promote today, let's call it European chess. Yeah, it's a kind of a psychological warfare, based on certain rules that were established in Iberian Peninsula in the 15th, 16th century, and then gradually adjusted to the game we play today. But there are also Chinese chess, Japanese chess, no Indian chess. It's a cradle of the game, but no special version there. And the interesting thing that it's the games played there, for instance, shogi, a Japanese chess. This is the game I learned the rules, but I recognized I couldn't play, because it's based on a very different mentality. So you don't capture the piece and eliminate it, you capture it, put it in your pocket, and then bring it back as your own piece. That's more of the samurai war logic that doesn't work exactly for us. And it shows that chess could adjust to certain certain characteristics of the society based on the race, religious culture. But at the end of the day, the game that we are playing is the most popular, and I feel that this game can offer a lot, not only for those who want to study it and to become professionals. There are very few who could just choose these paths, but for kids. I've been a proponent for 2 decades to have chess as a part of the educational system, because it probably offers you the best ratio of investment and return. You don't have to build a football field, you don't have to build swimming pools, tennis courts, or golf courses. It's a very small investment, but it helps kids to improve their results in curriculum. There are unmistakable. There results from very different quarters in different countries. I can tell you more about, for instance, the United States of America, where many thousands of schools from the most advanced and the richest private schools to the inner city schools in Harlem or in Detroit, and everywhere where chess has been introduced, you can see that the results in curriculum improved. And also, a part of other important things, learning about logic, improving their fantasy, the calculations, self-confidence, attitude. Chess teaches responsibilities, because at the end of the day, it's up to you to make all the difference. You make a good move, you can win. You make a bad move, you lose, and there's no one to blame. And I think that that's one of the greatest lessons that kids can take from the game of chess. And this is one of the most important qualities that helps. Okay, enough about chess. I just probably I said already too much. I travel a lot now. Just after I stop playing chess, I do lectures, simultaneous exhibitions, and you go from place to place. And it's this time, you know, I arrived from Tel Aviv, and I have to admit, I have to confess, I didn't expect anything. I mean, I didn't expect such a great event. You know, the intellectual feast that I witnessed yesterday, and I'm so sorry I had to leave tomorrow morning and not to be able to participate in some of the seminars, because it doesn't happen very often. You know, it's just, we are living in the era of financial engineers. So intellect, especially in my country of Russia, but in many other countries, is not being treated the same way as it was treated 30, 40 years ago. And I was truly amazed by the efforts of Dan David Prize to raise the awareness about the importance of the intellect, and to encourage younger generations to take this path, you know, whether it's in literature or in science. And I'm very happy to be here. I'm really happy to be part of this event, because it's very creative, and I think the creativity is something that is being missed, because we're all, you know, we live in a world where people don't want to take too much risk. We want rewards with minimum risk. We want to rest on the laurels, some on our own laurels, some on the accomplishments of the previous generations. But the status quo is always dying. That's the status quo doesn't last. If we think that we can stand still, we're dead wrong, because it always changes, and it's not changing in our favor. Unless we move, you know, we'll be on the losing side. And that's one of the very important parts of my own, you know, success story. That's what I described in my book, How Life Imitates Chess. It's what I call the gravity of past success. We often become complacent if we're successful, and here I feel that the complacency is not in the agenda. And I think what is being done by Mr. Dan David is trying to push things forward, and I think that's it's an amazing accomplishment. And being here, you know, Tel Aviv University, I feel that, you know, the future of this country is in good hands, because we can read in the Bible about many miracles happened in the Holy Land. I don't know, I'm not an expert. But I can tell you there's one miracle: the creation of this country in the middle of the desert, survival of this country against all the odds, and survival not only of the country, not only winning wars, but actually preserving democracy and creating one of the most innovative economies in the world, and creating a unique place where intellect and creativity are the part of the national agenda. That's a miracle. That's a miracle of the biblical size. And I'm really truly encouraged by what I saw yesterday and today. It's just here in the premises of the Tel Aviv University that it's not being taken for granted, because people here know that we have to move. We have to move to make the difference, because that's the most important thing. I played chess, and for me it was not only about winning or losing. it was all about making the difference. And at a certain point I recognized I couldn't make the difference anymore because, okay, I accomplished even more than I could dreamt of at early days. And I'm doing something now which, again, I believe I could make the difference. I could maybe change things for better in Russia, maybe. I'm not paranoid. I don't believe I could make the same contribution to Russian political system as I did for the game of chess. I'm trying to write the books, but I'm trying to encourage people to become creative, more creative, to try to make the difference. And here I'm sure with Dan David's prize, you know, this very important quality will never disappear. And I just thought now that there was one of the very most famous phrases of Winston Churchill at the worst days of the Battle of Britain, when he said, "Never in the history of human battle so many owed so much to so few." I think he was somehow wrong, because it was not unique. Every time so many owed so much to so few, because so few could actually have the vision and could move things forward. And I'm no doubt that Dan David is among these so few. And we all owe to these people, you know, our past, our present, and our future. And here I can feel that these three elements are getting together. We're relying on our past, we are working in our present, and we believe that we can improve our future. So it's all about making the difference, and I'm really proud to be part of that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, we need also to... Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Dr. Aviv Segal, Academic Coordinator of the Dov Lautman Unit for Science-Oriented Youth, who is active in the Name Your Hero competition, will now address the audience.
Good evening and welcome to all the honorable guests. Professor Dani Leviatan, Rector of Tel Aviv University, the 2010 Dan David Prize laureates, Mr. Gary Kasparov, Mr. Dan David, Mrs. Gabi David and Ariel David, members of Tel Aviv University Board of Governors, young researchers, principals, teachers, parents, and of course the Dov Lautman Unit for Science-Oriented Youth of the Konstantin School of Education, high school students who are receiving today a prize for writing an original essay in the Dan David High School Essay Competition called Name Your Hero. Dear guests, this year it was very difficult to choose the winning essays. We received the largest amount of essays ever, over 1,000 essays written by high school students ages 14 to 18 from all over Israel and from all sectors of the Israeli society: Jews, Arabs, Bedouins, Druze, secular, religious, immigrants, and more. The 2010 essay winners come from many different high schools. Among the audience, we have a significant representation from Leo Beck Education Center from Haifa, the Orthodox School from Ramle, Ort Binyamina, Ort Rehovot, Hakfar HaYarok, you can hear, and Mekif Zayin from Ashdod. In the Dan David High School essay competition called Name Your Hero, we ask high school students to write essays about who is their hero. Who do they think deserves to win the Dan David Prize if they were sitting in the selecting committee? At first, they are asked to send us short essays. The committee looks for original ideas. Then we invite the high school students with the chosen essays to come to Tel Aviv University for a special writing workshop in which they are taught how to write an essay, how to develop an idea, or how to support a point. Our winning essays were written on a wide range of topics, from science and technology through social and political issues to literature and music. Examples for the winning essays are an essay written by Daniel Barnoun Veyotam Wolf about the American astronomer Edwin Powell Hubble for his discoveries and for his contribution to the understanding of the universe. Or an essay about Professor Bernard Lewis for dealing courageously with history in order to better understand the present, written by Eden Cooperwasser. The essays are a true testimony for the depth of these students and for their courage to write about personal issues, like Maxim Shapira's essay about autism, and the book Nobody Nowhere, written by Donna Williams. Several essays reveal social responsibility on the part of the high school students who wrote them, like the essays by Ilana Sahalo and Rachel Balai, both Tauber Initiative students, who wrote about feminist consciousness and association IAEJ, respectively, or by Jan Segal and Thomas Abukaya, that wrote about Bob Geldof Live Aid and about Magnus Larsen of the Dune Project, stopping desertification using bacteria. And there are more examples. The young generation proves to us that they are seeking values, equality, and leadership, and that they understand that with effort and hard work, one can overcome difficulties they face. Like Anael Cohen, Tal Kessler, Raid Nasat Khadjiyehi, and Suhila Said Abu Siam, that wrote about Nelson Mandela, the freedom fighter, Rosa Parks, the power of the quiet strength, the Queen Noor of Jordan, promoting women's rights, and the first Bedouin Knesset member, Talab El-Sana, respectively. Also among the winners today is Naama Agari, whose hero is Garry Kasparov. Naama Agari, the name of the student. She wrote an essay about him called Life as a Chess Game. Even though that there are many more great essays, I will mention only one more winning essay written by Maoz Karasenti, who wrote about Yonatan Chalatnik, a high school student from Leobek. Yonatan Chalatnik won the 2009 competition and was so enthusiastic about the Dan David Youth Essay Competition that he convinced his school to participate in this competition as a school project. As a result, over 150 essays were sent from his school, Leobek, for which they will receive a prize today. I would like to use this opportunity to invite Yonatan Chalatnik to acknowledge his contribution and to receive a certification of appreciation. We hope many students will follow you. The Dov Lautman Unit for Science-Oriented Youth is proud to be part of this endeavor and grateful to Mr. Dan David for the opportunity to be able to recruit these youngsters to participate in this competition and to go through a significant educational process with them. Thank you and congratulations to all the winners.
כאמור, זכו בתחרות 35 חיבורים. מחברי חיבורים אלה וכן נציג בית הספר, מר דני פסלר, מנכ"ל מרכז החינוך לאובק, יוזמנו עתה לקבל את התעודה ואת הפרס. I invite Mr. Garry Kasparov and Mr. Dan David to award the prizes. And now to the essay competition winners. I will announce the recipient's name first and then the title of the essay. דניאל ברנון ויותם וולף, אדווין האבל, חטיבת ארזים נווה סביון, אור יהודה.
Daniel, yes, you are Daniel. Congratulations. Wait. Not only a handshake. You know.
מקסים שפירא, אור טכניקום גבעתיים. The novelist Donna Williams. עדן קופרווסר.
Congratulations, I saw your grandfather.
עדן קופרווסר, פרופסור ברנרד לואיס, תיכון אחד העם, פתח תקווה. This was the first prize. First prize winners. Second prize winners. אילנה סהלו, אורט רחובות. ענאל כהן, נלסון מנדלה, בית הספר אלדד. דן ורשקוב, ג'ורג' אורוול, מגימנסיה גן נחום. טל קסלר, רמות חפר, רוזה פארק. יאן סגל, אורד בנימינה, בוב גלדוף, לייב אייד. ניצן מור, תיכון אחד העם, פתח תקווה. סמיר אלפחל, תיכון אורתודוקסי רמלה. עומר דיליאן, בית הספר הכפר הירוק. Computer Games as Art. עומרי אימן עלי, אורט אחווה גלבוע, Special Education for the Handicapped. ראיד נשד חאג' יחיה, המלכה נור, בית ספר תיכון השם בויר ירושלים, קווין נור. שרה שמש, בית הספר עירוני ד', יפו יוס גרופ. תומר שוהם, אורד בנימינה, The Hat-Trick Game. Third prize. Oh, sorry, Tomer. Yes. Now third prize. Eyal Kranz, Ord Binyamina, Rabbi Führer. גל צדפי, בית הספר הירוק. נחמה טלפז, מורה לפסנתר. תמיר חץ, אור בנימינה, רבי פיבר. יובל שלזינגר, בית הספר הכפר הירוק, מיוזיק קריאיישן. ליאל וטורי, עמל הרב-תחומי למדעים ואומנויות חדרה. מעוז קרסנטי, תיכון לאובק חיפה. נדין מראי, מקיף פרדיס. My math teacher. נועם בורשט, תיכון לאובק. נעמה אגרי, תיכון אחד-עם פתח תקווה, Life as a chess game, גארי קספרוב.
Namak, due to you we have our guest here. If you would have written your essay, we wouldn't have had him here. Thank you. Good idea, good recommendation.
סוהילה סעיד, אבו סיאם, בית הספר תחומי אל-נג'אח רהט. עופרי דותן, אורד בנימינה. מוחמד יונוס. רחל בלאי, אורט רחובות.
Rachel, welcome, congratulations.
ריחן טישלר, תיכון מקיף היובל הרצליה. סהר גרינברג, מקיף זין אשדוד. שחר אייבי, אורד בנימינה. She wrote about the inventor of the wireless capsule endoscopy. שחר שבתאי, תיכון לאובק חיפה.
Beautiful name and beautiful essay. Congratulations.
שירה אורון, ליידי דייביס. שני תורג'מן, מקיף זין אשדוד. תומאס אבוקאיה, כפר הירוק. ונציג בית הספר לאובק, מר דני פסלר. something like that. בבקשה.
All my congratulations, 150 essays, probably many of them very good ones. Okay, so next year you will repeat it? Even more. Even more.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. David and Mr. Kasparov. I wish the Name Your Hero essay competition winners much success in their future studies. I thank the family and friends as well all our guests for celebrating this important event with us. Good evening to you all and goodbye.
And thanks Madar and Aviv.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we call all the...
yes.
We would like to ask all the essay winners, כל הזוכים בתחרות החיבורים, בבקשה לעלות לתמונה עם מר דן דוד ומר גרי קספרוב.
רק תיזהרו פה. אולי אני אקח את זה. תביא, זה לא יגנסו כולם.
גמרנו.